What's happening, everybody? This CJ Jackson coming at you again with a PSA, so to speak. I'm gonna make this a short one. I'm not gonna make this long, but this is based on something I heard Aquazi did with this woman who was giving this advice to men. And me and a friend was talking today. One of my fellow truckers works with me. We were talking on the phone today, and going back to a conversation we had. And this is advice to my younger brethren out here. But if you need advice on your girlfriend or your woman or whatever, do not seek another woman's advice on relationships with another woman. I can tell you that from experience and from what I know. Just going back on my experience, when I was a younger guy, I would think that, hey, if I wanted, if I needed to know something about a woman, why not go to a woman, And many of those times I did go, and just based on that experience alone, up until I got a little older, you know, uh, uh, I'm thinking that first of all, from what a friend of mine, my buddy, was saying, women are not going to be totally honest with you about another woman because they don't want to give out their secrets. Okay, you don't want to give out their secrets, and of course, they're not going to tell you everything. Just gonna tell you, a little bit of the truth or whatever, but that's it. They don't want to give out everything. And it turned out to be true. I don't care if you get your advice from your sister, your lady friend, uh, even your mother. They're just not gonna be totally honest with you. I mean, they may have some nuggets of truth, but I have yet really to see or to know any woman who would really just give you flat out advice on how to deal with women. I've only known one or two women in my lifetime who would just up and told me something about a woman that was true. Back in the mid '90s, for instance, I knew this woman. I know she moved down south now, but she told me because I was expressing something to her. I forget what it was, but she said, "Yeah, us women can be bitches too." And I was like, "Wow!" It was just like a light went off in my head when she said that because that's the first woman I ever known who admitted to something like that. Because women at that time were are are what they are. They were bitchy. They were just, I mean, in your ear all the time. But yeah. The advice that I ever got from from anybody on concerning women were other guys. Now I'm including my father. Now my father, he I almost considered him a woman hater back when I was a teenager because he was just saying so much negative things and whatever about women that he even used Bible references. But shoot, when I look back on it all, he really wasn't lying very much. Now that I experienced this stuff, I mean, you talking to a guy who's in his mid 40s now, so I didn't seen and been through a lot, and I mean, I'm almost at the half century mark, so there's more to experience. But at this point now, I'm just gonna make my life easy. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it simple. So, um, but yeah, guys, I mean, you can't rely on another woman to give you advice, on a woman. Even my buddy said even you can't even rely on some guys these days. I mean, I either mangina or the simp or whatever. We know how these guys are. These guys will do whatever they can, to get some poontang, whether it be try to be a player, a pimp, or a simp, or be the nice guy. I mean, I was the simp and the nice guy. I mean, trust me, I know. So, um, you especially look out for women who are not in relationships already. Them the kind of women you really need to look out for. Um, because they think they know everything. And they they really don't. They know they know some things, but they don't know everything. And really, when you get advice from women, whether it be your mother, grandmother, whoever else, it may be the truth, but it's really to serve them. It's not to serve. It's not for your advice to, it's not for your advantage. Really, I mean, it's their advice to you is always going to be something for you to serve them. I mean, you know, look at. I mean, when you want to romance your woman, she'll tell you something about women like this or women like that. They like flowers or they like rose petals, on the bed and headed to the bed or whatever. And you may get sex, you may not get sex, whatever it is, but still it's to serve them. It's not for your benefit. I mean, when you look at it, us as men, whatever we do, especially when it comes to even having a child, you may not realize it a lot or not, but when you put something in your child that's knowledgeable or something, it's really gonna serve mankind. Just the simple fact of you having that child, it's serving mankind. My friend was like, I was telling him, I said, man, look, when he said that forget about trying to figure out women, because you're just not going to figure it out. Just sit there and listen to him and learn, And he was right. But I told him, believe it or not, because he started telling me things about his wife, because he's married. Yeah, he told me about his wife and what she does and stuff. I said, man, look, and he's 40. I'm 45. He's 40. So I told him, believe it or not, you know more about women than you think you do. I told him, look, the one thing you got to remember is understand how they think and understand how they operate. I mean, and in some ways, it's almost opposite. It's really opposite of what you're trying to do. I told him basically what they're trying to do is figure out how you gonna deal with them as far as what they want out of you. I mean, it's not really serving mankind. It's just whatever they want to get out of you, whether it be trying to get a new cabinet in the darn kitchen or a new jacuzzi in the bathroom, which probably can't fit in there or whatever. New furniture, new appliances. It's all trying to serve them. It's for them. Their purposes has nothing to do with you. It's just making life stylish and easy. So. And married women, I would almost say that you can take advice from them, but because they're married. But I mean, especially if they're religious women, whatever it be, Muslim or Christian or whatever. You just still have to watch out for that advice, though. But I would trust them more than I would trust a single woman. Single women to me are like dead. It's like I've seen something that says, don't ever take advice from the restless dead. So, and you wouldn't, because they'll tell you to jump off a cliff, and if you in your down and outmost moment, you probably do it. So just think about that for a minute, man. Watch how you take these advice from these women, because it's only to serve them. It's not for your benefit. And it's going to end up being basically just probably not true. Just listen to all these advice videos these women got out. A few of them out there are pretty good, I admit. They're pretty honest. Maybe in part or halfway or maybe 80% maybe, but you just really have to use your spirit of discernment here. Your third eye there. Just use that when you're dealing with these women, because really it's not hard. A lot of us, even when I was younger, saw these signs about how women tend to get men and use men. but it just, for some reason, it took another man to say something, to say, wow, man, I can't believe it. I mean, it's like you've been seeing it all the time, but it's just sometimes a person can say something and it just wake you up, just like me. It was there all the time, but somebody will say something. A friend of mine used to tell me, back in the late '90s, and he was passionate about it. He was like, man, women got money, but they want to spend your money. He wasn't lying. It's true. These women got money and want to spend your money. And maybe they don't have money but still want to spend your money. Regardless. So, you really have to watch yourself. I mean, it makes me think now. Is there an honest woman on this earth? It's almost like, what the Bible says, the virtuous woman. It's very few, very few, very few and far. I mean, it's hard to meet a virgin girl, these days, especially when they're young. So that's another thing. But anyway, I just had to get this off my chest because I surely was thinking about it today. And there's more videos coming. Just be patient. I'm just trying to. I can tell I got a slight cold here. It's going away though, but I have more videos coming. So be patient, and I will see y'all on the next go round.